You are listening to the Kentucky X-Files Season 3 with your hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also visit us at www.kyxfiles.com. And now, on to our show.
About some kind of X-File-ish thing.
Right.
And then we didn't hit record in time, so it's gone. And then we try to rehash it on the show, and it never really has that zing like the first time.
Oh, it never does, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that.
One time.
How, like,
did that one time, and it sounded like shit.
We need to have a company-wide policy. Nobody says anything hilarious until it's rolling.
Bad thing is, like, I thought you were about to say it's like you got a company-wide policy where we gotta just hit record no matter what. And I'm like, no, because we say some fucked up shit. And I don't want to throw fingers. Don't want to throw fingers, but it's...
Who's he pointing at?
Sometimes somebody doesn't edit.
Okay.
I trust that his heart's in the right place. He wants to edit it.
It's unfair to judge the Wendigo like that.
Yeah. For a second, I thought he was talking about me. Oh, dude, check me out.
That's that type of hat that we should make.
Like the Wally World thing. What is it? National Lampoons? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make our Wendigo hat.
I wonder if we could get away with that. Because didn't Psycho Stick do it?
I don't know.
They were moose antlers.
The antler horse.
The antlers.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to have to start recording because it seems like we're on the verge of gold. Are we recording?
What if you were driving and this deer stepped out in front of you?
Tyler.
I was waiting for it. I knew
Tyler, help me.
it always knows his name.
Tyler. Nope.
You turn off your brights and it just walks off.
Welcome back, guys, to your Kentucky X-Files.
You really got to watch this YouTube episode if you want to know what that's all about.
Yeah, people kind of figured it. Like, they'll probably know what it is.
Now. Yeah.
Well, it's just because you said it so many times. I don't understand why it knows my name.
I mean, I don't know. I just, in this scenario, or every scenario that the not deer's in, I just feel like it's gonna know your name. That's how it gets you, because it's like you're like, how does this not deer know me?
So you're saying it knows everybody's name? It's just you just assume that it knows my name more than anybody's.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it like it maybe it's like I'm giving the not deer. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving the not deer a new power. It can read your mind. It knows all your details. It knows about your taxes. It knows everything.
I was about to say your bank information.
It's got your bank information.
Make sure you get a NordVPN, not sponsored.
Yeah.
The only thing that saves us from them is the fact that they don't have thumbs to get on a keyboard with.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
That is all. And they download all their information from their sick ass not antlers.
No,
they're antlers.
They're like a pencil.
They're like antelope. Yeah.
The antler pencil.
Yeah.
I just expect, I don't know, the not deer. I think it's because it still creeps me out. The idea of it creeps me out. You know, it's this deer that's just not right. And he's there to do Tyler harm.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I just really every time we talk about the not dare, I keep thinking that it's what was the guy's name off of it was the Men in Black 2, the guy, the farmer dude, because of his skin.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
he wants to drink sugar water. He's like
Edgar.
he's like your skin is falling off your bones.
Sugar.
And the deer's like, is that better?
Fucking amazing. I'm in full on promotion mode today. Check this out. This, you can't hardly see it. This is the Kentucky X-Files t-shirt. Your space ship UFO shirt. Kind of green screening right now, but it's awesome. Take my word for it. And then I got the Rector logo up behind me here. Look at that. How fucking metal is that? Boop. Give him a little boop there.
Booped him in the snoot.
And hopefully, I'm hoping that Rector's going to be recording some official release stuff soon, because I really want to show this off to you guys out there watching and listening.
That reminds me, I quit.
What are you quitting?
I'm quitting the band.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just joking.
You son of a bitch.
Just joking.
I just made the announcement. I was excited.
I'm so like
Play with my
Josh
feelings.
just like this, like just like please no. It's like please no.
Why?
Don't do it. We love you, Tyler. So yeah, keep your guys' damn bass jokes to yourself.
Bass players.
Sensitive.
Wow.
Anyway. So yeah, we're all going to get into the studio. Hopefully record some shit. And I want to play it on the show. I want to let you guys jam out. I can't wait. I'm excited. Are you guys pumped for that? Because or am I too pumped for it? That
That's what everybody's going to look like after they hear these recordings.
I wasn't ready for that.
That was fun.
Is that the not deer that's going to show up? Because
Yes,
I might be able to deal with that one.
I don't think so. That those eyes piercing into your soul. I'm just saying, if that's taxidermy, that guy sucks.
Oh Jesus!
Like, think about
hurt.
going, like, coming to pick up your deer after being taxidermy, like, and you're like looking at it. I think you screwed it up, man.
Could you imagine, like getting together with your buddies to show them the deer you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost not want to show you guys. I'd be like, "You guys, oh, did you get a deer? Yeah, well, where is it? It's never mind. Doesn't matter. It's just a deer. There's nothing weird about it. I don't know why we're bringing it up. Like, God, Denny's like defensive about his deer. I wonder what's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. It's perfectly good. It's just,
It's
the
my
deer.
deer. If I want to show it to you, I'll show it to you.
I want to show you my deer. He's not cross-eyed. It's perfectly normal deer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I know I'm like all over the place, but God damn it, I want to do that. Then we got November, Crypticon. Come to Crypticon and find us, meet us, say hi. It'll be fun.
Wait. How are we pronouncing that?
Crypticon? Is it CryptidCon or CryptoCon? Because
I think there's two very different things. I think we're going to CryptidCon, aren't we?
CryptidCon. I was saying it wrong. What was I saying? CryptoCon?
I think they're two different shows.
CryptoCon is cryptocurrency.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there is actually that, but it does sound similar. So I don't know. There could be a CryptoCon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Speaking, what's weird is I had a dream that I had like a bunch of money in crypto. I had a dream. It was weird. It was an awesome dream because I was like, whoa, I've got like $100,000 in crypto here.
Yeah, CryptoCon is about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that.
Oh.
We're going to Cryptid.
Yeah.
I'm saying this. Fuck Dogecoin.
Oh yeah.
And
Elon Musk's toy
yeah.
crypto.
Fucking
Yeah.
Elon.
Elon with his fucking satellites. Yeah, that went over the other day. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Starlink.
Starlink went over, and I hadn't been keeping up, so I wish I would have, because I'd have taken the old GoPro out and like filmed it in the background and been like, "Hey, this is not UFOs, guys." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of messages about uh, Starlink where people see it and they're like, there's, oh my god, these UFOs are flying in formation. They're actually they're just FOs. They're just flying objects, like they're identified.
they're
You know what I mean?
they're identified.
Yeah.
They fly.
Yeah. My cousin Scott, he sent me a message. He's like, dude, we saw these the other night, and it was a cool picture because it was like, straight line going across the sky. But yeah, I was like, yeah, man, it's just Starlink. I was like, no worries. And then when I showed him, like, I sent him the website and all that where you could track Starlink. You could, I mean, think about that for a second, guys. I know there's a lot of conspiracy believers out there that are like, yeah, that's just what they want you to believe. Okay, but there's a website that you can go to, and it'll tell you where Starlink's gonna be, when it's gonna be there. So, in my opinion, where's the conspiracy? You know what I mean? If they literally give you a planner for when you're gonna see Starlink go across the sky, I don't know. That's just me. I just don't think there's a big conspiracy there.
Or the conspiracy is that those are UFOs and they don't know it, but they're covering it up as Starlink.
I don't
They
think
know.
this isn't helping. This is not helping. Yeah, I'm trying to help these folks.
I'm sorry.
Are you at a movie store? You picking
Yeah.
up a movie? Where are you
Yeah.
at? Is it Showtime or is it?
I wish.
I'm trying to see what the movies are on the wall behind you, so I can tell what year you're in.
Cool World is one of them.
I see Cool World. So what's that put you in the 90s?
Yeah. 92 is when it came out. But
92?
that wouldn't put it in the movie theater or movie stores.
Yeah. What would have been like a year later, I guess?
At least, yeah. So we're talking like 93.
93.
Ballpark. What's the one right behind him?
What year are you in right now, Ty?
Move to your left a little bit. Your other left. You're right. Then.
Is that popcorn?
What is that? I can't. Is it Gene Wilder?
I can't tell. I can't tell, but I mean, I could see Cool World.
Look at that old cash register.
Wow. Do you remember when you were a kid and you discovered that the tapes on the shelf were not in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like, empty though. And somebody had to explain it, like, oh yeah, you go and they have the tapes up there. Like, why?
Movie Gallery didn't do that. I actually thought like they had theirs there, and then, but when DVDs came out, that's when they started doing that because it was so easy to pop them open.
Yeah,
and then they had
put them all behind the thing because they were little.
And then they had the little magnet thing.
Yeah,
where it locked.
Oh
them,
yeah,
and they had to have the magnet to pull it off.
Yeah. Now, do you guys remember the absolute heartbreak of being excited for a movie that was coming out, and you get there, and they're all gone, and you did to walk out of that place just
Yep. That or the video game. That's what we rented more when I was younger.
Yeah.
We'd get the occasional movie, but if I went, I wanted a NES game.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I just couldn't. My parent, I could never justify it to my mom, like renting a game, because it was like double the price of a movie, and you get to play for a week and that's it.
Yeah.
And most games, dude, you have to. Like the only game that I religiously played so much that like I beat it within almost a week, but I still played it. It was called Dark Watch, that vampire western game.
Okay. Yeah. I was Sega Genesis Jurassic Park. I think I rented that like at least three weeks in a row. It was real. It was hard, and you could play as Dr. Grant or you could play as a raptor.
Nice.
So it was like there was two playthroughs. And they were both hard, but the only thing I always complained about was that you never got to see the whole T-Rex. Like it was always there was a hole in the wall and the T-Rex's head broke through it and he was like trying to bite, and that was it. That was all you could do with the T-Rex. And it was
Oh.
like, yeah, it was cool like for what, for what they had back then. It was awesome, but I was like, damn, I wanted to see the whole T-Rex. But it wouldn't be for years until Turok came out before I would see an entire T-Rex in a game. Which Turok was the shit. And I do believe that there's a divide there, because there's like you got your GoldenEye folks out there who were like, hey, multiplayer shooter, we can get together and shoot each other in this game, dude. What fun!
Yeah.
Then you had your Turok players that were like just religious about Turok,
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever played Turok.
Yeah, I kind of bounced back and forth because I thought both of them were pretty neat. Yeah.
I definitely played GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye was the shit. I sucked at it. Like I was terrible, but I still enjoyed it.
I don't know. I had this. I've asked you guys a long time ago, but like I asked my parents too. It's like, what's one thing in the world that you were like so like, oh man, that's so cool,
Yeah.
and now it's gone. Like it's crazy that it's not a thing anymore. And I'm movie places, movie stores. I get it. I have Netflix, Hulu,
Yeah.
HBO. We have all these movies at our fingertips and stuff that they never would probably carry because of how weird it is or something. It's not that big of
Yeah.
a movie or anything of that nature, but I get that. But now, like, I guess, like, it's the disconnect. I loved going in there and just seeing all these movies on the wall and just looking at the back of the movie,
Yeah.
just
What is
reading
it?
it.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a gamble. Like, but you having all these other movies at your fingertips, I catch myself. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I want to watch. It's just
It's too many choices.
It's too
Yeah.
many choices. But when you're at a store, you gotta make a choice. Literally you gotta pull the trigger
Or walk
you
out.
just
Yeah.
or walk out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
Do
know.
you think
Like,
do you think there's any merit to that whole conspiracy theory about this?
what?
Well,
I
there's
don't
a
think I heard
conspiracy
of it.
theory that a lot of these type of stores are gone and replaced with, easier, touch of the finger access to stop us from interacting as much out in public, to slow us down. If you can get something from Amazon, would you rather do that or would you rather go to the store up the street and get it? Because if you go to the store up the street, there's always the chance you're going to run into somebody. There's going to be social interaction. There's going to be a community thing. But if you stay in and you order everything in, which is what I do, I'll admit that right now, you don't have that, and there's a lot of people that think that that I don't know who it is, if it's that fabled 1%, at the top, or if it's the government or what it is, but they say that it's all been done, being encouraged on purpose to keep us as isolated and, homebound as possible. And then like the increased prices of things that we have to work longer hours for is to encourage us to be in a race to get home and get in and stay in, That's weird. It's like the construct does work, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I believe the purpose behind it, I guess.
I
Yeah.
kind of get that too, because then again, if you don't have the filter of the internet to uh, I guess if you will, coerce your opinions about things, going out and talking to somebody, then you'll figure out that you're not so different. Like you actually have same views or something. And I'm just like saying, like, I'm not saying that you're going to start talking political with somebody
Yeah.
in a fucking movie store, but you got to understand too, is that a lot of people like, we always say this, like back in the day, we actually left our fucking house,
Mhm.
got a movie, got our groceries, we picked up whatever we wanted. We literally physically talked to people, said hi, this, that, and the other thing. But now when you have the lens of the internet in front of you,
Yeah.
you're getting coerced in all this like hatred, like with one another. I hate to say this, but it seemed like back in the early 2000s, like, yeah, we had our differences, but it seemed like we were working together. We that, but now since we're stuck in the house and we're more introvert than we ever have been,
I
we're
think
starting to
I
divide
feel like that's
ourselves.
valid. Yeah. I think we
We're
are
st-
more introverted now than ever before. You know, and as a notorious introvert, you know, before, I know that I'm worse now than ever before. But I'm trying to do better.
Yeah, I
You know.
don't think yeah, I've been this way for a while, like for a while, but I always enjoyed the fact that I had that option
Yeah.
if I wanted to go outside,
What
if I wanted to go do something.
what's the end goal with this conspiracy theory?
I I think it's like there's a lot of these conspiracies that overarch with like the control element to get us into like a controlled routine or some shit. I don't know. I don't know if like I just can't see it. Like I can't see what like how it would breed anything but miscontent.
You gotta like think it's just like the conspiracy about school. Like school really doesn't like yeah, you learn like hit like your basic stuff, science, math, history and stuff, but
Yeah.
the root cause like theory behind school is to teach you to conform into a business standpoint, like as a worker,
It's
getting
a
up.
ass backwards system because there's Planned Parenthood in school now, but like fucking, it's like an elective if you want to learn how to do taxes.
Right.
It's what the fuck is that? You know, you're teaching people to go have as many kids as possible, but you're not teaching them how to, you know, take care of their income and be responsible with their money. I don't know. It's kind of I always want to give the benefit of the doubt that hey, it's a work in progress. You know, we're working on it, but it's getting out of hand. It's like there's a point in work in progress where it's like, maybe this just doesn't fucking work. You know, maybe we're teaching the wrong shit or the wrong values.
Well, I mean, school is basically propaganda.
You know,
You think about the things we were taught in school. It's basic propaganda for pro-US thought.
yeah,
You know, um, like just like the whole Christopher Columbus thing. We were taught he sailed the ocean blue and he discovered America when we were younger.
yeah,
Leif Erikson was here 600 years before Columbus.
yeah,
I didn't know that until after I graduated.
right.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. I still have a hard time with that whole thing. My mother's side's Native American, and they're not the biggest fans of Columbus.
yeah,
They have this opinion that how the fuck do you discover something where somebody's already there?
right,
I just discovered Josh's house.
right,
That doesn't work. Clearly, Josh has already discovered it because he's there.
right.
You know, I was saying it's
I guess you
fucking.
could say like I discovered it for like to tell my like the people I'm
Yeah,
around, like my nation or something like, oh, I found this. There are indigenous people on there.
yeah.
But no, that's not how he wanted it to work or
Dude,
he wanted to word it.
I'll tell you what, man. I do have a thought about this, and I think I have it. I know
Okay.
you probably think I'm being a shit again, like usual, but I'm not. imagine when Columbus went back home, right?
Mhm.
All right.
What's better to say when you get back and talk to your boss? Do you say, "Hey, yeah, I found it, but there's a whole like bunch of people there," or do you walk in and be like, "I discovered a new country," and yeah, there's some people there, but like they don't really, like just kind of like just like whitewash that a little bit, like guys, they're there, but like they don't really do nothing there. They like hunt there, every now and again. Kind of leaving
Okay.
out some details. So when
Yeah.
he gets back, they're like, "Fuck yeah, Chris, bro, you're a hero," and he's like, "No, no." I mean, yes,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Maybe a
am.
little bit.
I mean, and they're like, "God, dude, the emperor, he's gonna give you like women and wine and gold for this. Wow, you're such a hero." And I bet he was like, what kind of women and wine are we talking here? Or like gold too? Like, how much are we talking? Like a lot? Because I totally discovered that shit.
Yeah, I totally did.
I discovered it with all 3 ships. You know what I mean? Like I 3 shipped that.
I 3 shipped that.
Like he was making up shit to be more of a hero at that point. That's my opinion. I think he got home, realized how rich and famous he was going to be, and just went with it. I bet if you could talk to Christopher Columbus right now, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, man, I knew I didn't really discover it. I mean, how the hell do you discover shit with people already there? But you know what I mean? They were paying me good, and got all these women thrown at me, and wine, and gold, and some silver in there, and like a really nice plate set that they gave me with like some really cool filigree on it." And it was just at the time I got caught up in it. Just like I know I didn't discover it, but I mean, you're living good, eating pheasant all the time. It was good times, man. It was just good time. I bet he would say that now if you talk to him.
Yeah.
I
Or he
want to
would have
say,
been like, "I discovered that shit and told them people that live there, you get the hell out of here. I discovered this. This is mine."
yeah, I feel like it was more like that because like he seemed kind of like he was a shitty person.
Yeah, some of the shit that I've read since it doesn't paint him in a good light. That's for sure.
Nope.
You know,
Not so much. No.
yeah. I wonder, is there any Christopher Columbus statues around?
I think there was, but there was I think one actually got taken down, but I can't remember what state it was.
Really? Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Just I know what my grandmother's opinion was. I know what my mother's opinion was. I won't utter those on the air here since we never know if there's children watching. But my grandmother was of an opinion, which I have heard repeated by my mother. We should have never let the sons of bitches get off the boat. And I can't
Yeah.
help but laugh every time I think about her saying that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, she was she was a great lady. Yeah, I miss her a lot. Her beliefs about the whole thing were 100% red, man. Like she was all in.
Right.
I think I've told you guys about that before, right? Getting taken to the powwows and stuff growing up.
Mhm.
Love Native American powwows. And I am related to my grandmother by blood and obviously my mother by blood, but I've always felt that I was a little too light to be in the club, if that makes sense. And I expressed this to them growing up. And out there listening to this, don't take this wrong. This is not a racist thing at all. What I'm saying is that my grandmother was beautiful, dark, Native American complexion. She had black hair, I mean, it was black like night, right? And she had dark eyes, and she was very stoic, like very, very stoic in her demeanor. She was very, um, I actually want to say she was very elegant, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like she composed herself very elegantly. And I always felt out of place because I'm a dipshit. And I'm like, I'm there with her at the powwow, and my grandmother she would go out there and she would do the dance. Like she would go out there in full garb and she would do the dance, you know. And I would sit there and I'm this little, this little white kid sitting there like mesmerized. The drums. Doom, 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 doom. And the droning of the drums and the singing, and you just kind of get entranced by it, and it's beautiful. I highly recommend experiencing this. And I remember sitting there, with my grandmother and telling her, like, I feel so out of place here. I'm so out of place. I don't feel like I belong here. And, she was like, of course you belong here. You're my grandson. And I was like, wow, okay. But it was still hard to accept that growing up as a child. I have a white grandfather and a white father, and like I said, I always felt too pale to be allowed to be there.
Right.
I'm a blonde haired, blue eyed kid sitting in the middle of a Native American powwow, and I felt like an asshole, even though I didn't really do anything wrong. But that's not how that wasn't their way. They would not single you out for that. They were more like, if you've got 1%, you are with us. You are here with us. You are family. You are part of this, and I love that. Yeah. But then, on the same breath, they would instantly start talking a lot of shit about Christopher Columbus. And it was a lot of fun to listen to. They would just talk shit about him all day. Him and Custer. You bring up Custer, oh Jesus. I used to love that T-shirt that I'd see him wearing. It said Custer had it coming. Dude, it was hilarious. Yeah.
That is funny.
But I experienced some interesting shit growing up, which I know a lot of our people who love the paranormal stuff are going to love this. There was a man at one of the powwows where if you walked up and you talked to him, he would do a demonstration with you, and he would just take your hand in his, and he could hold your hand, and he could make every hair on your arm stand straight up. And he said that he knew how to do it since he was a kid. And that was the explanation. That was it. And it was so wild, And I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, if anybody out there, man, I'll say it again, and I'll stop repeating myself. But if you get a chance to visit or experience a powwow, go to it and be inspired, because it's a beautiful thing from a beautiful group of people that got the shit end of a raw stick. You know what I mean? Christopher Columbus and Custer. Could just see my grandmother throwing darts at pictures of them. Yeah. Did you guys ever get to see one of those? Did you ever get to go to a powwow growing up?
No. My family history is a weird one, man. And the more I dig in, the weirder it gets.
Yeah.
You remember when I did my DNA
Yeah.
thing? That was quite shocking.
Yeah. Are you comfortable telling it? Or?
Oh, yeah, that's no problem. Because I've dug deeper, and I've went and looked into. So I looked at the first 5 generation back, what it gave me, and then I went 5 generations and beyond and looked at that too. And my uncle actually had put together a family history all the way back to 1790, and I've got the book that he put together, which is on my dad's side of the family. And he was trying to get me on the registry for Native American when I was like 16 or so, because he wanted me to go to college, for free or whatever. Because there was a lot of Native stuff showing up in the history. Yeah. My grandpa wasn't considered a white guy, and then I go and get a DNA test, and it's all over the place.
Right.
Like most people are assorted crackers, white folks. Mine, it's like I'm from everywhere. So one of the things that I noticed though is that previous to 5 generations is where what's considered the admixed American comes in. But when I started looking at the locations of which this admixed American, which would be a Native American,
Yeah.
shows up, none of it is above the Rio Grande.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, the allergy season has got me clearing my throat a lot.
It's all of us.
I can't even keep up with the mute button. So yeah, there's let me pull it up real quick because I can do that here. It was quite shocking to me when I started looking at it. So I never got a chance to go into any of those anything like that because nobody in my family did them. We just talked about how it was in our history, right?
Right, yeah.
Which this stuff is starting to cause me to wonder if there was something going on in like southeastern Kentucky where it was better to say you were this than this.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nobody ever factors that in either.
Right. So if I'm looking at what I've got on my map of pinpointed places, it's Mexico, Puerto Rico, Colombia, and Peru.
So you should have like the ability to just summon cocaine out of nowhere.
Right. One would think that I could just go like
it starts snowing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I saw Tyler do the thing.
It's funny though because it's like 5% is all that.
Yeah.
So I'm 5% of Mexico, Central American, and South American, which was really weird for me, you know, because that was not what I anticipated at all.
Do you think? I mean, considering that, like down there, you know, the more south you get, the more